Does everybody remember that poll that was going on for Amnesty International for Human Rights Champion of 2011? And where everybody was encouraged to go online and vote to see who was the human rights hero pick of the people for the year of 2011. Do you remember how that poll ended? Neither does anyone else, because the results were never announced. And the results were never announced because Libyan leader Mummar Gaddafi was in a strong lead over everybody else. In fact, there were a lot of us that were fairly certain that they would not allow Mummar Gaddafi to win. After all, Amnesty International, or as is now commonly known by some people as Amnesia International, completely looked the other way of the crimes NATO committed against the population of Libya, and the other dishonesties that Amnesty International put forward on the situation in Libya when they were backing the NATO invasion of it. But getting back to the situation of the online poll. When it looked like Mummar Gaddafi was going to win, Amnesty International changed the rules and changed the closing date of the contest. First it said the contest ended January 31st, 2012. Then it was changed to December 31st. Even with those changes, Amnesty International was unable to stop Mummar Gaddafi from winning the online poll. This is a screenshot of the poll taken on the night the poll was closed. Gaddafi is clearly in the lead. What we see here is another example of the dishonest way in which Amnesty International does business. I've documented cases where they've committed fraud or outright lying before. They could not stand Mummar Gaddafi winning after they lied so much to try to take him down, in line with Western imperialism. Here's a few examples of some of the things that they couldn't stand, the achievements that Libya made under Mummar Gaddafi. Libya had become the Switzerland of Africa after being the poorest country in the world after Mummar Gaddafi came to power in 1969 and handed over power to the people to a novel system of direct participatory democracy in 1977, with free education, health, housing, electricity and water, and a new charter of human rights. Libya became the beacon for freedom fighters the world over, seeking to emulate some of the ideals of the Green Book. After a sudden turnaround by bankrupted Western nations who had been threatened by the socialist example of Libya, which had shared its wealth throughout Africa and was engaged in a $42 billion project that would have seen Africa freed from the clutches of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, the USA, along with European and NATO military powers, launched an all-out attack on Libya, leading to the immense humanitarian disaster with the support of a compliant and compromised Western news media. This is another embarrassment for Amnesia International, who was previously caught using manufactured stories against Mummar Gaddafi to support his overthrow. A link to that is also provided in the description. I think this should throw another nail in the coffin of the disreputable, dishonest organization that Amnesty International really is.